Um, I will talk to you about something else, even if Equidia has a second screen and will develop a new tracking system in 2015 if our shareholders are okay with it. Maybe a few things about Equidia, the company profile. Equidia is owned by, please. Equidia is owned by the Le Trot and France Gallo and by the PMU, and I'm working for the PMU. The missions for Equidia were in 1999 when it was launched. We had three missions. First, we are a service channel for the socio-professional in France. So it's really important. It's a first service for them, and if you go on the stable, we'll see Equidia everywhere. The second point was that Equidia has a support to betting. So we broadcast all the races on the program, French races, international races, in all the outlets, the PMU outlets. And we also are a generalistic channel, consumer channel, received in 22 million households in France and French-speaking Switzerland and Belgium. So at this launch, three main objectives, really important at the moment: develop loyalty to the art of the target, televiewers, bettors, racing professional, riders. Equidia is their channels, and we focused on the thing to have a real good relationship with all those people, and they trust us now a lot. The second point is to find new public for the horse racing industry, and I will develop that after. And then the third thing is to support the international development of the PMU with a dedicated channel, Equidia Pro, that I think you know very well in your country. So we had first a channel in 1996, France Course, all about races. Then Equidia in 1999, a generalistic channel. And we decided in 2011 to launch two new channels, Equidia Live and Equidia Live. Equidia Live is a race channel with news in the morning, races from 12 until 9, and then, to resume it very quickly, shows about betting. But I will talk more today about Equidia Live. Equidia Live was launched in 2011 for many reasons. Then to stick to the PMU strategy, which was to have a race channel and to keep another channel with, how to say that, with all types of programming about horses. The second reason is that we had more and more races in France, so we didn't have any place available on Equidia to show other sports, equestrian sports, documentaries, series, movies. The third is that there was a frustration in the audience because the bettors said, we don't need and we don't want to watch equestrian shows. And people in the equestrian said, okay, we want to have our own channel. And the last thing, which is important, really important in the Equidia teams, is to reflect all the equestrian network in France. After more than 2 years now, there was an increase of 30% of the audience of the channels. Before we had one, now we have two. 4 million contacts per week and 1.1 regular viewers for Equidia Live and Equidia Live. But Equidia Live is also really important for the racing industry in France in a way to find new consumers. So it was really a strategic choice made by Le Trot and France Gallo to launch Equidia Live for many reasons you have on the screen. Then to talk to the larger audience, the general public, with a channel about horses in general, but not only on races. Then to contribute to a positive image of the racing industry, especially among influenced people and in the equestrian community. Because what was said before is the equestrian community doesn't like races. And our job is to explain to the equestrian people in France, 2 million people, what racing is not so bad, and how to come to the races and how to bet in the end. So after 3 years, most of the people are in the equestrian community approved what we made on Equidia Live on the second channel. And at the moment, it was last week, Equidia Live is half of the audience of Equidia Live. And during the games, the World Equestrian Games in France, we had an Equidia Live 1.7 million viewers in 15 days. What is amazing for a thematic channel like Equidia in France. The base of the strategy also is really important, because when you only have a race channel, it's really difficult to have a social strategy, because the bettors are not really young girls or interested in the Facebook, Twitter, and all about what we talked before. But with Equidia Life, we have a real chance that our viewers are young female adults for 84%, and they live with Facebook, with Twitter every day. So we built a big community of users where the PMU and France Gallo and Lotro wanted to find new consumers. And all the job we are making with Florence, you here in the morning, is to take that community, talk to the community, and try to explain that community what are races, what is betting, with another way of explaining things. Because if you look at Equidia Live, you arrive on the screen, you look at Equidia Live, you don't understand anything. There are odds everywhere. You can take your second screen, you have people talking, and you don't understand what they say. On Equidia Live, we try to do really something else. And our game, for 2020 on that community will have to be 500,000 contacts for the horse industry, thanks to Equidia Live. If I take one example, is a special show we do for big events, and we'll do it on Sunday, of course. It's a special show on Equidia Live during 2 hours with our main presenter on Equidia Live, Kamel, and is doing a show only about sport, nothing about betting, but only talking to the community, the equestrian community, about how you come to the arc, what you have to do, the horses, the riders, and try to explain that to a family audience, which has no problem because they don't see the odds or things like that. And the first result was that those special shows on Equidia Live increased by 25% the audience of the arc on Equidia. So for us, I think it's a success. The second thing, we have built a special program for newcomers to introduce that community to betting and racing and know our sport better. There are many things on that screen, but Equidia Live allows the contents of a new, younger, and more feminine public with a special program in the equestrian community. And it's very close to the PMU strategy, PMU 2020. In that strategy, we have to to find new consumers, new young consumers, and it's one of the role of Equidia Life to do that. So the newcomer program is used on the knowledge with a database, mining, scientists, client-centric tools to know these people, to put them in database and try to take them to the race sport, explain them and make them betting. Since 2014 in March, we have launched that program. With 6 months, we have made many things. And what is really interesting is that more than 60% of Equidia Life viewers, regular viewers, explained to us that they now have a new view on races. And for more than we have, when we are in contact with them, they go to the race course or they begin to bet. So if I try to make a conclusion about the role of Equidia Life, for the race industry is 60,000 new viewers of equestrian content in the year, 41% of the viewers participating in a short live evening, which replays in 30 days. 5 million French people touch on Facebook every month by publications or popularization of the races posted with the page Equidia, the channel of the races, and equestrian with more now is 280 fans, 80,000 fans on Equidia, and 600,000 competition and leisure riders in touch with our content. So in 2020, we hope to have, as I said, 500,000 French people having an interest of the horse in the client base of Equidia Life, and more than 60%, then maybe 70% interested. Equidia Watch, which is a free platform to view our program, our generalistic program. And after we have our mobile and tablet app, which is now, I think, 170,000 clients. Equidia Club, our platform for the customers, and then our pagebook page. So what I can tell you now is Equidia is no more just a channel as it was 15 years ago, because Equidia will be 15 years old in 10 days. It's a mark, a horse mark, I think, one of the best sports mark in France. And 2 or more free things will be in HD next year for Equidia Live, I think in September. And if the shareholders are okay, we will launch a tracking system next year. We have to decide that very quickly with Le Trot and France Gallo. So we'll have our own system with a French company who developed that with boats. It's based on a GPS technique, and I hope next year I can show you our new digital and tracking system on Equidia. Thank you.